Dan, good morning. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. What is your understanding of the current fire situation?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me. Well, it's not good, as you can imagine, and just following the different stories. But I understand the actual fire is probably around a kilometer away from the community right now. BC Wildfire, the on the ground firefighters that are actually fighting the fire were actually pulled off the fire last night. It was just too volatile. Now, of course, structural support within the community is still happening. I think there's 7 fire departments from around the region that are there helping. Sprinklers still being set up, but it's a pretty bad situation for anybody up in the Northeast right now. And of course, we have a number of fires right across the Northeast, but the Fort Nelson one is obviously the most serious one that we're experiencing right now. Of course, the entire town and Fort Nelson First Nation have been evacuated to the south towards Fort St. John and area.
Was Fort Nelson and the area prepared for the fire? I mean, given what we saw last year with a record fire season?
Yeah, there were certain things. I was up there actually a couple of weeks before the fire happened. They had already had a number of helicopters stationed there. They had a good sized team of BC Wildfire firefighters that were in the area. But I think what's surprising is how fast and close, of course, this fire was. I mean, it was 800 hectares just on Friday, and now it's 8,000, and it's right at the community. So the conditions out there, and I was speaking to one of the firefighters day before yesterday, who's been fighting fires for a number of years. Never has he seen conditions like they are today. I mean, it's so dry out there. Even the soil is burning. So when they're building their fire blocks, even the soil is catching fire. There's enough dried organic material in there, so
Wow.
it's not good. And we're telling people most of the fires up in the Northeast have been human caused. We need to be extraordinarily cautious when we're out in the backcountry or just driving down the road. It's so dry out there.
Yeah, and we're going into the long weekend when a lot of people are going to be outside. Could create even more fires.
Yeah, and that there's been some talk, and I know one of my colleagues in the legislature here has been trying to push for maybe we better be putting fire bans on because right now there is no fire bans. And I know as much as people want to see a campfire on the weekend, it is just dangerous, unfortunately.